Good morning, everyone, and it's a beautiful morning. And today I have a battle with Pokey Player. Now, I don't know where the hell Legion went. He really needs to get home at some point. He's been out partying ever since, Christ's resurrection and stuff. They had a big after party in heaven, so he hasn't returned ever since. So I'm responsible of doing shit right now. So anyway, I'm prodigal. I don't know where the is. So I have this UU battle against a very seasoned and themed battler, which is known as Pokey Player. He's from the Netherlands, and I like that country because they have an awesome soccer team, and I like their country in general. Okay, so I'm gonna go for the fake out. In comes this thing, and I don't think that noodles work very well against armor. So yeah, I'm gonna have to. Switch out of here. And the thing is, I forgot that I have reckless on this thing, and I don't even have high jump kick. So what the hell is me and Fu doing here? Me and Xiao Noodles. He's going back in his Pokeball because I have no use for him anymore. And I'm going to send in my Droidica. It's Steel Bug and Steel Bug. Okay? So in comes a knockoff. I am going to hurt this thing a little bit. But anyway, my opponent is going to switch out. I am going to set up the Stealth Rocks, which is going to play a very important role in this battle. And as you will see, I am not going to take the bait on Infernape switching in. Now, I set up the Stealth Rocks, which is good. So, the Infernape, instead of it going for a Fire-type attack, taking my Droidica out directly, I decided to stay in very nicely, and I had a surprise for any incoming non-Ghost type Pokemon. If you guessed, yes, I'm going to explode all over this Galvantula's face. Now, Galvantula's defenses are pathetically horrible, so I think that I can deal a decent amount of damage here. So I take it out, which means no sticky web for my opponent, which is good for me, bad for them. Now anyway, Galvantula goes down, that is no problem. But anyway, in comes Cofagrigus, and that is a Pokemon that I really do not like dealing with, and I really should invest in one of my own. So anyway, I could have gone for the Shadow Ball, but I was fearing the Miltank, so I decided to go for a stabbed Flamethrower. Because it's the reasonable thing to do, right? I am a choice spec set, not Scarf. Because I think no, I'm Scarf. Right, I'm Scarf because you will soon see why. I have to switch out, obviously, because this is doing nothing to Gudra. And in comes the eternal Gudra Slayer. I do not know how many times I have killed Gudra with this thing, but it's a lot, okay? So, Lady Gaga is not gonna let me down because she's fabulous. I'm a big fan, and the fact that I named my Florges after her, it says a lot, okay? My Gaga is OP. So, anyway, in comes the savior kind of thing, and I have to switch out because I knew that this was coming in. I pivot switched into Malevolent. Now, my opponent does not know what I am. He must obviously think that I'm the stereotypical uh, choiced scarfed special Hydreigon, but I like running the banded set because it's unpredictable and awesome. And in comes my most favorite penguin of all time. Yes, in comes Mew the Empoleon because not Mew, it's Mew. Okay, so I'm gonna go for the Skull, hope to get a burn, and this looks like a delicious Assault Vest set. And my opponent goes for the Drill Run and just almost destroys my life. But the thing is that no matter what the situation is, Mew will always get a kill, no matter what happens. In every battle, showdown, everything that I've ever done. Okay, so in comes this milkshake thing, and I didn't know if it was choiced or not. And yeah, so Mew is going to go for a sack here because I had no other use for him. Uh, that thing had recoil damage. I thought it was Life Orb. It didn't have Life Orb. So I'm going to send in Noodles, and I'm going to do a very stupid play. Now, I'm going to go for the knockoff, and I'm like, this thing must be choiced. And as a matter of fact, my opponent was choiced Banded, Choice Banded Miltank. And now that's what happens when you don't really pay attention to your opponent's sets when they actually battle. Because I thought that this could be any other Miltank, but no, I was wrong. Okay, so it looks like it must have been like a blueberry milkshake or something. So I'm gonna send in Lady Gaga. Since that Excavalier is out of the way, I am no longer threatened. I can take hits. So I'm gonna go for the protect because I had this punch, this feeling that this Infernape must have been choiced. You see, choiced Pokemon that have access to U-turn will be using U-turn a lot, even when they don't need to, like this Infernape has. So anyway, in comes this Cofagrigus thing, and my opponent's going to does not want to take a Moonblast from my Clefable anyway. So I get the special attack drop, which is not bad because I know that Cofagrigus likes to use Shadow Ball and Hex and Toxic and Pain Split, and I don't know. I'm thinking of using one. I actually used one in a battle before. So anyway, I'm gonna go for the Moonblast again, hoping to kill this thing, but if it wasn't for the lefties, I could have killed this thing. So now my opponent's gonna go for the Pain Split, very nice play. But I do have the Wish, it really doesn't matter. So lefties are gonna go off, and I can go for the Wish next turn and attack straight directly because my opponent is at -2 in the special attack stat. My opponent cannot hurt Lady Gaga physically or specially right now because I'm against the Cofagrigus. So in comes the Hex, which makes me think that my opponent should be having like a Will-O-Wisp or a Toxic, like I run on mine. But anyway, so this undeath thing is really starting to get on my nerves. So I'm really gonna have to. I really have to fire another Moonblast at anything that comes in here. And luckily for me, in comes Infernape, and I'm like, yeah, this thing does not have good defenses. I have to kill it ASAP. Honestly, this thing is this thing. I'm just so impressed at how Florges just supports and actually kills stuff effectively very well. So anyway, if you do not know what Florges is, just use it, okay? It's a good Pokemon. So anyway, in comes Infernape going for the Flare Blades like I predicted. Now I can switch into my Flash Fire Chandelure and get a special attack no, a fire type attack boost. And my opponent predicted my switch very nicely and went into their own Goodra. Okay, so I should have stayed in here predicting my opponent's switch, but I did not want to take my chances. So I'm going to switch into Neptune. I like the nickname. It looks gassy. That's why I called it Neptune. So uh, anyway, in comes Lady Gaga. I should have predicted this. So anyway, my opponent predicted my switch very well here. I was forced to repivot and stuff, and my opponent gets a 10% uh, poison chance. Pokey player, what are you doing? You're killing me, man. So anyway, um, Lady Gaga is dying to poison because it's actually a sad sight. Lady Gaga is such a very graceful being. I'm also talking about the singer. Yeah, I said it. So Moonblast, and my opponent looks like he wanted to sack off the Cofagrigus. I get a critical hit. I don't really think that matters because I would have killed it anyway from that range. That's what I believe at least. It might have mattered. I don't do calcs that often. So anyway, this poison is going to play a very important role in the battle, as you will soon see, because if it wasn't for this, then I could have survived, and I could have taken on this Goodra more effectively. Now, the Goodra is faster than me, obviously, going to go and shoot off another Sludge Wave, and I'm going to go for the Wish. I could have gone for a Moonblast, but I would have been sacking off my Florges too easily right now. So anyway, I am going to go for the Protect because I know that my opponent wants to damage my Pokemon. So I go for the Protect, and this Goodra is full of surprises. All of these Goodras that I meet are full of surprises. No, wait, the surprise isn't here, okay? So my opponent goes for the Sludge Wave, which means that at this range of health, I can take at least one more, bringing Goodra a little lower in health, which means that I can deal some damage to it. Now, if this thing is an Assault Vest, it will take up my Moonblast pretty well. So that means I really have to hang in there. So Moonblast goes off, and I'm hoping for a special attack drop because I really do not want to deal with this. Now it is at a range where I can kill with Chandelier. That's at least that's what I believe. Okay. So poison here played a very important role because if it wasn't for the poison, I could have protect stalled, gone for a wish later, and gone back to full health. But anyway, my opponent made a prediction there. That's what I believe. That's why they opted for earthquake. I'm not sure. So I'm gonna send in malevolent because I know that this thing can be a very very big problem for Gudras. Now I'm gonna go for the earthquake. All I have left is this and Chandelier in the back. Now my opponent has an Infernape, nothing more that they can do. So I'm like, now is the time to see if this thing is if it's choice. Not that it really plays that big a role because Infernape is naturally faster. Because since I'm a bandit set and I'm not a Scarfer, to be outsped in the first place, so it's only natural that Infernape, with or without a Scarf, provided that I'm not Scarfed, will outspeed my Hydreigon. Now, the only way that I could confirm at the end of this battle that Infernape was choice was that it went for a close combat again. I could go for a Shadow Ball, end this game, and it's GG. Very interesting set, but this is when the choice scarf pretty much turns against you in these cases. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this battle. PokePlayer is awesome. I want you guys to check his channel. He's an upcoming PokeTuber. I think that he's way better than me in battle because I make some stupid predictions. So please check him out and help his channel grow. I would really appreciate helping this friend. So until next time, thank you for watching. Goodbye.